haters have got to be some of the most moved-brained people on Earth. Okay, because the Switch has saved and revived so many franchises from death. Okay, where we can go over and some of these franchises have been revived, but because of the Switch and the success of the Switch. Okay, we can look through all of them. Okay, first of all, Mario Party was revived. The real Mario Party, not the car Mario Party, not the, Island Tour or the Toad bullcrap that they put in the 3DS era Mario Party. It's not the original Mario Party, obviously. I think with Super Mario Party they want to have its own identity. Separate from the original Mario Party, which I do respect that. They want to have its own identity with the whole friend system and stuff, then yes, fine. But Mario Party has been never as popular as it was, okay? As it is now. Okay, the original Mario Party games, which yes, we all have nostalgia for, they're going to continue with Super Mario Party, because guess what? Those games are massive, massive sellers. Okay, Super Mario Party sold 20 million copies alone. Mario Party Superstar sold 10 million copies alone. Yes, we may say, oh, those games are disappointing because they're not our original Mario Parties. Well, guess what? Those games sold far, far better than all of the original Mario Parties combined. Mario Parties 1 through 7. Okay, Mario Party 8 also sold pretty well. But the Switch games broke that record. Also, for a long time, Metroid was considered a dead franchise until Metroid Dread released on the Switch and became the best-selling Metroid game in history. Pikmin, another dead franchise. Okay, yes, Pikmin 4 is still like the number 4 Pikmin game. Yes, I'm really that bored. My real opinion on the Pikmin games is really the first one is the best, second one is the second best, and third, I'm uninterested. Maybe I have a better opinion. Again, I think everybody likes Pikmin 4 because of a recency bias, but Pikmin 4 I think is still there are still a lot of strange changes in Pikmin 4 that still I really don't care for, especially the whole non-respawning enemy things, which does technically make the game harder, but Pikmin 4 is that with the dog. Pikmin 4 is still way too easy, and I may have to go all the gripes of Pikmin 4 one day, okay? And I like the game, I still like the game, okay? But I have tons of criticisms for Pikmin 4, okay? That they can easily fix in Pikmin 5. One, just simply add difficulty setting, that's all we have to do, okay? But Pikmin was a dead franchise, very similar to Metroid, but the Switch revived it. Pikmin 3 was very successful. Pikmin 4 is the best-selling Pikmin game ever. Excluding Pikmin 3 combined sales. Okay? Actually, if Pikmin 3 combined sales sold less than Pikmin 4. The Thousand Year Door era of Paper Mario was revived. And that sold 2 million copies. Okay? Which is a lot of copies. And of course, let's not forget about the fact that, Nintendo decided to revive Xenoblade. I know I'm not a big kid, I don't really care about Xenoblade, but Xenoblade will not be too popular if it wasn't for Xenoblade 2's success on the Switch, okay? And the only franchise that was killed was Pokemon, okay? And that was because of Game Freak's incompetence, okay? And really, Pokemon was already dying in the 3DS era, but even then, the Pokemon series is actually the most successful it's been in decades since Diamond Pearl era, Diamond Pearl Platinum, okay? And the funniest one is Luigi's Mansion. Do you know Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best-selling games to the Switch? Yes, Luigi's Mansion 3 sold 14 million copies. Okay, this was from a GameCube game that sold 2 million copies. The sequel only sold 5 million copies, but Luigi's Mansion 3 sold 14 million copies. Okay, which most likely will get Luigi's Mansion 4 sometime in the next year or in 2028. If the next game is not Luigi's Mansion. The only games that really weren't too successful were the Mario Sports games. I think Nintendo should definitely put more effort into those games. Okay? I think they're Nintendo Switch Sports. But again, you can't really compare that game to Wii Sports because Wii Sports was bundled with the Wii. But still, 14 million people went out of the way to buy Nintendo Switch Sports. Okay? And Splatoon exploded in popularity. Mario Maker 2 outsold the first Mario Maker. Smash Bros. Ultimate became the best-selling Smash Bros. Game and fighting game in general. Okay? And let's not forget about Kirby. For years, no game has ever passed the original Kirby's Dream Land. Okay? But the Switch entry past it. But no, the Switch has not killed any franchise. Actually, most Nintendo franchises, with the exception of Advance Wars and Bayonetta, have actually increased substantially under the Switch era of Nintendo. Okay? Most Nintendo IPs and Nintendo-owned series have increased substantially under the Switch era of games. Okay? And also Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but that game's a remake of an older game as well. Heck, Mario RPG for the Switch outsold the original Mario RPG for the SNES. Okay? That is just insane. Outsold Mario RPG for the SNES. Which means, if Square says, which won't be surprised if we get another Mario RPG game for the Switch, considering how successful that game was. I get it, or we'll get a game in the vein of Bowser Door, because technically, Bowser Door is Mario RPG free. Okay? If you didn't know that, Mario RPG 3 is actually Paper Mario the Thousand Door. Okay? Which is wild that... I actually played for the whole Paper Mario RPG game, and a lot of things in that game carried over to Paper Mario, including stuff like style points and stuff. Literally, Thousand Door and Paper Mario 64, which I think Nintendo should remake Paper Mario 64 too, in the vein of, Paper Mario the Thousand Door, because... yes, they do have the original on Switch Online, but I think everybody would love to see a full-on remake like a Thousand Door did, okay? Especially, considering how successful Thousand Door is. It's test that people really want this style of games return. And of course, the Nintendo to remake Super Paper Mario. That should be a no-brainer as well. I'm surprised we never got a sequel to Super Paper Mario, given that still to this day, that's the most successful Paper Mario game in history, okay? Which is wild that they never made a sequel to it. You can only thank the Mario Mandate for that, but that game is a game that should get a sequel. Even more than Thousand Door, considering how successful it is. And that's how great the story in Super Paper Mario was. The gameplay, for the first time, the gameplay is actually worse than the story in a Nintendo game. Okay? Maybe make the gameplay better, and more refined, okay? But of course it's Nintendo, they will do that. But definitely, I think Nintendo should make a sequel to Super Paper Mario, 100%. But no, the Switch did not kill a single franchise. It actually saved several franchises, like Pikmin and Metroid. Okay, those are franchises that Nintendo had no confidence in, which is why they kept delaying Pikmin 4 and Metroid Prime 4 over and over and over again. Okay, because they had no confidence in either IP. They saw the success of Pikmin 3 and say, hey, oh wait, people actually like Pikmin. It's all it says of Metroid Dread, which is a game that was originally cancelled, and said, you know what, we'll give Metroid one more chance, and we can the best Metroid game in history. And yeah, those two IPs would have been dead. And Metroid Prime 4 could have been cancelled, for all we know, if it wasn't for Metroid Dread, okay? That is just how it is. And these people just don't understand this, okay? You had two franchises that Nintendo considers important, that would have been dead if it wasn't for the Switch. Okay? So really, you can thank the Switch for Metroid Prime 4 releasing next year, and Pikmin 4 finally releasing in 2023. And Thousand Door coming back, because I think that's also in the same vein as Pikmin 3. Okay? Because they know, hey, if people are going to go out to get Thousand Door that badly, imagine an actual new and original game. Okay? Like a Pikmin 4. I was like, imagine how successful Pikmin 4 would be. If people went out to get Pikmin 4 free that badly. Because, yes, people don't like the fact that Nintendo re-released some of these games. Okay? Because it's quote-unquote lazy. But for a lot of us, these are good games. If it's a good game, then a lot of people don't mind replaying a good game. It's just that simple. Like Thousand Door. I don't care if I have to replay Thousand Door, because I know, this is a game that I like, so I will replay it again. And I think this is a very common thing that's happening. And I think the most obvious example of this is SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. That game was very successful. Pac-Man World Repack was pretty successful. Okay, not as successful as a new Pac-Man platformer would be, or a new SpongeBob platformer game would be, but I think the most obvious example of this is Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. Okay, I think a lot of these remakes of older games are coming from is because of Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy's massive success, okay, around 2017. Because that game sold 10 million copies, and I think Nintendo looked at, hey, let's do the same thing with other Nintendo games that people have been begging to return, like Pikmin, Metroid, Paper Mario, in the vein of the original Paper Mario games. Okay, you can really thank that game's success, honestly, for Bowser's Door remake. And I know I'm not the biggest fan of Crash Bandicoot, but at least Crash Bandicoot cemented himself as an important character, because that game sold 10 million copies on the PS4 alone. Who knows how many it sold on the Switch, Steam, and Xbox? Okay? As well. But yep, that's what this video here. Goodbye.